Peace, family. Welcome back to A Place To Conversate. Real talk for everyday people. Back with your man, your host, Jalil. Going to talk about this Nick Cannon situation tonight. Nick Cannon apologized. Yes, he did. Did the powers that be make him bow down? Did he do the right thing? Was that bread too real to walk away from? Yeah, we're going to conversate about it all. I'm about to bring in just a few minutes my brother Ali. But before we do that, I just want to read some of Nick Cannon's apology. First, let's set it up. Nick Cannon was dropped by Viacom CBS earlier this week after the podcast surfaced and received wide visibility. First and foremost, I extend my deepest and most sincere apologies to my Jewish sisters and brothers for the hurtful and divisive words that came out of my mouth during my interview with Richard Griffin being Professor Griff. Cannon wrote, "They reinforce the worst stereotypes of a proud and magnificent people, and I feel ashamed and of the uninformed and naive place that these words came from." The video of this interview has since been removed. On that note, let me bring my brother and my good brother Ali. Ali, what's good? You there?
Yeah, what's going on, Jalil? What's going
Man,
on?
how you feel about this Nick Cannon situation? You think that you think he was right that he apologized, or you feel that he should have stood his ground? Cause he was talking some gangster shit at first.
Well, it's always right to apologize when you feel bad about hurting somebody's feelings, or when you feel bad about something you did. It's always the right move to apologize. But was that financially related, or did he really feel bad for what he said? I don't really know, because I've seen the interview, and it seemed like he knew what he was saying to me. He even said he was going to get himself in trouble.
Yeah, he did, right?
So I don't know how sorry he could be now. I'm sure he's sorry that it blew up in his face.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm hearing through the grapevine that apparently that was an enormous check that he got cut off from with Viacom CBS. So I figured, since that I guess the show that he does, The Masked Singer, he didn't want to lose that bread. I was saying that first, I was like, yo, he ain't even worried about it. He caked up, you know what I mean? He caked up. He can stand that, but I don't know. Or is it a component of both? Is it the money and also that those powers that be, they're very powerful out there in Hollywood. So, in an industry like that, you don't want to be blackballed. You know what I mean? So maybe he's looking down the road, you know what I mean, for future endeavors and future projects. You know what I mean? So
that's right.
He
definitely don't want to get blackballed, because he's a young man. He got a lot of decades in front of him, and even though he might have a lot of money now, he's been an actor all his life. He's been in entertainment, and that's a lifetime's worth of work. You don't want to just throw out the window, I'm sure.
No doubt. Hey, I'm gonna take a minute. I want to read some more of his apology. So he goes on to say, "Anyone who knows me knows that I have no hate in my heart, nor malice intentions. I do not condone hate speech, nor the spread of hateful rhetoric. We are living in a time when it is more important than ever to promote unity and understanding." And then he goes, he goes down, he says, "I just had a blessed opportunity to converse with Rabbi Abraham Cooper, Director of Global Social Action," I don't know, some kind of agency this dude's involved with. He says, "On my podcast, I use words and reference literature I assume to be factual to uplift my community. Instead, turned out to be hateful propaganda and stereotypical rhetoric that pained another community. For this, I am deeply sorry, but now together we can write a new chapter of healing."
Yeah, that sounds a little hollow to me. How you all of a sudden found this out? I really don't, I really think we're taking this speech thing too far in this country, where, everybody's mad. I mean, you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't, I may call a white person, I wouldn't call them to their face, but I may refer to them as a cracker. that don't mean I got a problem with white people. You understand what I'm saying? It's just talk. It's just an American style of talking. And I'm sure that I've been referred to as a nigga behind my back many times, and I'm not even offended by that. I mean, I may be offended if you call that to my face. It depends on how well you know me or not. But I don't think that a man should lose his career, his life's work, for certain comments he made off the cuff to a person. Yes, he did broadcast those words, but how much damage did he really do? Who did he hurt that bad?
Well, apparently he hurt somebody really serious at Viacom if they felt they needed to cut all ties with him. But let's go back for a minute because I want to look at the whole thing because he set it up with Professor Griff. So the way I look at it, it seems like he was going out of his way to show Professor Griff how much knowledge he had of self. You know what I mean?
I got that feeling too.
And he
wanted to. He was just playing the Griff's because everybody knew Griff with his opinions are very strong, and I think he was just trying to butter Griff up a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it got a little bit deeper than he wanted it to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I don't know why he even posted that. Now I don't know whether he looked at that or do he got any handlers who check out that type of thing before he posts it or what? But maybe he needs some.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it, man. I mean, my whole thing is, I mean, was he spitting actual facts? Was it propaganda? Was it truth? Did it hit dog collar? You know what I mean? I don't know. I see other parts of it. I didn't see the entire video, but apparently they're saying that he referenced, let's see, I'm reading this from republicworld.com. So it goes on to say, after an audio-only version of Nick Cannon podcast, Cannon's Class, of June 30, 2020, Nick Cannon was denounced for supporting and even indulging in hate speech initiated by his guest, Richard Griffin. Furthermore, Nick Cannon also said that it was a shame that Louis Farrakhan, who is a minister known for his history of anti-Semitic comments, had been silenced on Facebook. On the Nick Cannon podcast, Cannon's Class, Cannon claimed that he wishes to debate the idea of giving so much power to the Jewish community. Enraging his viewers even further, he claimed that with so much power, the Jewish community was turning into Illuminati, the Zionists, the Rothschilds. On the Nick Cannon podcast, Cannon went on to add that African American people are the Semitic people by definition, and that Semitic people are not white. I mean, what did he say so wrong about that?
You just listen. We all. I mean, there's an elephant in the room that we're all ignoring, and you know what it is. You can't really say much bad about Jewish people. You will be ostracized in this country. You will be severely struck down, and I'm sure, like you see, his bosses fired him, and that don't only go for big wigs like Nick Cannon, but it goes for the small average Joe too. You got to be careful about what you say about Jewish people in particular and Israel. You have to be careful because they've got powerful friends.
But why is it so out of pocket to tell the truth when it comes to that particular community? I mean, if you're just telling the truth, you're not saying anything necessarily.
Because politics and the truth don't mix. You know that. You know what they call a gaffe in Washington? When somebody makes a gaffe, you know what that means?
Yeah. Slip of the tongue.
When they slip up and tell the truth. Like when you accidentally talk and they accidentally tell the truth, they call that a gaffe. It's a huge thing when a politician does it. Because a politician is supposed to lie with every breath he can muster about everything. So you can't tell the truth. When anything political, you can't tell the truth. You got to talk the party line. You got to toe the line. there's an agenda. I can't get my thoughts together what I'm trying to say. But
now,
there is.
I know what you're saying. You're saying basically that's the thing. You know, status quo. You gotta go with the program.
Like
you know what I mean?
Yeah. And if you don't know what that program is, and you don't know where the line is, it's best to tread very carefully. It's best not to even go near it.
Skilled politician is the one that lies the best with a straight face, who can make you believe anything that comes out of his mouth, even when you know that it's bullshit coming out of his mouth. But he can still somehow make you or spin you to his side. That's a skilled politician, no matter what. He's bred to do that. I mean, that's their job, to lie.
And that's why I've always told you that Donald Trump is a skilled politician. He may not be a good president, but he's a skilled politician, very skilled. I would put him in the shark category.
Well, that's a conversation for another time, man. But I disagree with you there. He don't lie good or well. He don't lie well at all. But get back to the Nick Cannon situation, though. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, what would you have done if you were in his shoes?
The same thing he did. I would have never let that out. I would have reviewed my work, and I would have never let that out. He should have known that was going to blow up in his face. Anybody in the business, that business there, entertainment, Hollywood, you know not to go there. Because when you go to Hollywood, you ain't talking to nothing but Jews.
Exactly. They
nothing
run the
but
industry.
Gay Jews.
They run the industry.
So you gotta be careful from all different angles what you talking about.
No doubt. So, I guess he's holding on to the Masked Singer. What other business endeavors he has? I think he has like a radio station. Does a radio show out there in LA somewhere. So, and
I'm sure Nick Cannon is worth tens of millions of dollars. I'm sure he is.
Absolutely.
I forgot to look that up before we talk, but I'm sure he's worth tens of millions of dollars.
Absolutely, I'm sure he is too. We were just talking earlier about someone was saying that he should make his own network, but I don't know if he got that type of money. You talk about Oprah and Cosby money, you know what I mean? You talk about a whole different type of money when you talk that type of money, you know what I mean? But absolutely, tens of millions, absolutely. I'm sure he's well worth tens of millions of dollars. Matter of fact, you know what? Google it right now. See what this dude worth. Just for shits and giggles.
I meant to look that up myself, but it slipped my mind.
Look it up right now. Net. So his net worth, 10 mil.
I would have thought it was more than that.
It can, yeah, me too. So that kind of shines more light on why he apologized. You know what I mean?
His brother a little funny. He gotta bow down.
Absolutely. And especially losing that Viacom money, you know what I mean? I'm sure it was a tremendous hit to that bank account. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were saying earlier that, I guess he has other business endeavors and whatever that he has. He has people working for him. So I'm sure that Viacom money was an integral part of helping generate those, keep those other businesses afloat. So that's a crazy hit. You know what I mean?
How many kills he got?
Let's see. So I know he got 2 with Mariah. I don't know if he got any other kids.
Mariah probably ain't sticking up for that blood, though. She got mad, bro.
How many kids does Nick Cannon have? 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably alright, though, because he got 2 with Mariah. I know she ain't dragging him through court for child support and all that shit. She got 10 times more money than he got.
No doubt.
I don't know. Now his apologies are looking a little more clearer. I would imagine, he better apologize because he got a long way to go. And he's dedicated his whole life to this career, and to just throw that out the window on a whim would be foolish to me. It would seem foolish to me.
Absolutely, it would be foolish. I mean, he came out talking some real brolic shit, though. You know what I mean? So.
At first, he was talking.
Yeah, he was talking gangster. All of a sudden. Yeah, so somebody obviously called him, or he took a realistic look at his situation. It was like, whoa.
He sat him down and was like, look here, man. We gotta eat, man.
Yeah.
You know, my 15% of nothing is not looking good, boy.
No doubt. So yeah, so it definitely brings a more clear perspective to the picture when you see how much he's really worth. I thought he was worth way more than that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I thought he was worth around 50.
So that makes it way more realistic and say, okay, you know what I mean? I can see where he's coming from with that. I mean, whenever your bread and butter is jeopardized, I mean,
you'll change your tune in a hurry.
But he is taking a hell of a beating from the black community now, the way he, you know, all of a sudden did a 360 spin from his original position. So there was some tweets earlier. He was saying like something like, I'm off of this planet, or I'm gonna leave you guys on the earth and I'm gonna go somewhere else or something, because it's like, I don't know, he feeling the heat from the black community after taking that stand and then turning around and breaking down, bowing down all of a sudden. So I don't know. We're gonna have to keep our eye on the situation. You know what I mean? Ask community.
I don't think Nick Cannon's bread and butter come from the black community.
No, I don't think his bread and butter comes from the black community, but he's still taking a lashing from the black community from the stance that he took when he originally came out. You know what I mean? He was talking all that strong shit. Everybody was standing with him, and then turn around in less than 24 hours, and now you bucking and bowing down. You know what I mean? With your hat in your hand, bowing down to master. You know, yeah, black community looking at him funny style right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he feeling the heat, which is a hell of a position to be in, but at the same time, what you gonna do now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it comes to your bread, you're looking at your community, then you're looking at this bread that you know you need. and honestly, if the black community gonna come in and take care of your responsibilities at the end of the day, they can be mad all they want, but they gonna pay your bills.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can be mad all they want.
Yeah,
you can't sit at their table and eat with them, so it's good.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna pay your bills. I mean, or the responsibilities.
That's right.
Sure, he's got crazy overhead, crazy, expenses. So.
And I'm not really necessarily mad at him. I mean, I wasn't mad at him for saying what he said. I just thought it was foolish to put that out there to the world. I don't know what would possess him to do that, man. I mean, you gotta know that's gonna hurt you. You gotta know that's gonna blow up.
Yeah, I don't think he was really looking at it like that. I think he got so caught up in the knowledge that he was spitting and sitting there with Griff that at the same time it really didn't occur. I don't think thought he was gonna get the backlash that he got. You know what I mean? But you're right, he didn't think that out wisely at all. You know what I mean? But we're gonna leave it right there, man. I think your perspective was good. You know what I mean? I think it was realistic as much as possible. So once again, we're going to leave it to the community. Hit us up in the comments and let us know what you think. Do you think that Cannon did the right thing by apologizing? What do you think was the reasons for his apology? Let us know. Get at us. Until then, you guys have a good night and thanks for joining us. Peace.